In the ninth century, he said hashish, it eases the muscles of the limbs and what flows.
Think big, start small.
Listening to your podcast led me to being a little more active.
It's Reefer Madness, the podcast with Trevor and Kirk.
Kirk, we're back.
Hey, welcome back, Trevor.
Welcome back, Kirk. And we always seem to forget to do this at the beginning, so for a change of pace, Kirk, I'm Trevor Schufelt. I'm the pharmacist.
Yeah, and I'm Kirk Nyquist, the registered nurse. Welcome to Reefer Madness, the podcast. We're doing our intro up front because we have a really cool episode for you. We tour Greencraft Cannabis's brand spanking new grow up, warehouse, greenhouse, green building.
Yes,
all that. We'll go right into the episode.
Sounds good. We pulled into the very nice, beautiful new Greencraft Cannabis building. We met Mr. Greening, who, Kirk, how many times have we talked to him so far on the podcast?
We have interviewed Eric twice. This is his third, episode 55, where we met him, and he was talking about this innovative building he was going to build. And then in episode 81, we met him, and we had a tour of the building, but it wasn't quite finished yet. And this tour, we got to follow a cannabis plant through the process of being trimmed, vegetated, flowered, processed, hung and dried, bagged, and gone, and the research in between.
Yes. And like in any good grow up, the first thing we did was step into some very attractive white Tyvek suits, which, very slimming. I recommend them to everybody. And yeah, so let's before we go into the interview, so let's just give people a sense of where we're going. We start in something that we called the mother room, and then from there we went to I guess we're calling it the nursery. I keep calling it the reject room, but that's not quite right. Then we went somewhere where you called it a veg room?
The veg room, yep.
Okay, then go ahead.
No, you're giving the tour. It's a good tour. I was there, and you're doing it well.
And then
I feel like I'm back there.
Good. And then the excitement part, we went in the place where it was sunset, a literally orange glow in there, which was just a little spooky because it kind of all the colors were drowned out, and the lights literally went out on us because it was time to be sunset. And then honestly, I'm losing track. Where did we go after the flower room, the sunset room?
Once we got out of the flower room and found our way out, we went back into the atrium and went into, I believe, the water room.
Where we did all the fertilizer.
The fertilizer, the nutrients.
Nutrients.
We did spend some time in the drying room, but there was nothing drying. But it was a hollow thing. We did do I did some social media back on Instagram, so people interested in pictures. The pictures go back to March 25th, and so you can sort of see where we were in the mother room, and it's the first time I've ever seen a cannabis plant that basically looked like a tree.
Yes, so we should absolutely start there. So this is our theater of the mind, and we'll say ahead of time we have much to learn about properly miking people in places with lots of background noise, like a growing place. So we'll do a little bit of theater of the mind. We'll get a little few clips put in there and out there. We got a lot of audio that didn't work out so well, but we're still learning with this podcast thing. But I think you'll enjoy this tour. But Kirk, I put my hand around what looked like a small tree. Yeah. And what the hell was that? It was like 12 feet tall, and I couldn't wrap my hand all the way around it.
Yeah, it was a cannabis palm tree, and this is where they take their clones from. So basically, I'm assuming, and we've talked to a few growers, and I would say most growers grow by clones. We do get into later in this episode. We'll talk a little bit about how Eric does sprout seeds, but when they're growing their cash crop, they're growing from clones, and so they've got these trees. And he was saying that some of those mothers go back to the don't ask, don't tell part of the whole licensing. When you go to Health Canada to get licensed as a commercial grower, you're allowed to bring your genetics in one time only, where they don't ask where you got it from. And after that point, every time you bring new genetics in, there has to be almost a blockchain trace on it, I guess, eh?
Yeah,
So-
no, but like you said, it goes that don't ask, don't tell. For people who've missed when we talked to other growers, you've got this one-time window where things can come in. It's still Health Canada. We're not saying there is no paperwork, but much less paperwork required for this to come into your facility for this one time.
Well, you have to document what you brought in, but they don't ask you where you got it from, right?
Right.
And then once you've got it, then of course it's being monitored. But some of these mothers go back to years. The decades. I mean, these guys these guys have been growing a long time. So, and they brought their genetics with them. Now, we should just go into it. And again, apologize for the sound. There's a lot of white noise here. We're going to hope that Renee can pluck some sound out. So this is us in the mother room.
Mother room. Let's do it. The mother room.
Perfect. We got plants in absolutely every phase of growth right now. Little seedlings, we got seed sprouting, we have mother plants, veg plants, flower plants. We're full.
Right on. Mother room. Oh, look. Oh, tropics. Looks like a fig tree.
Some of these are our seed plants. So a few of these are our original seed plants we did our phenotype search on. So out of 36 Greencraft Kush seeds, we're down to one single Greencraft Kush plant. So we've cloned that over and over now. We have 600 plant crops here of this plant going through production right now. So some of our older mother plants, some that Danny actually brought from his facility under our 10-2, and we brought in our genetics at the beginning of our growth. Some Bubba Kush mothers that we just started a few weeks ago, they're taking off pretty good. So basically this will just be our genetic storage. All our seed plants staying here for months and months and years, as long as we can keep them and just keep reproducing off them for our crops.
So this is basically a tree.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, you know more about the actual plant than me, but I can, like, that looks like a small tree. Like it is 3 times the size of my thumb. Yeah.
Your flowering plants barely get to thumb size and get bigger. Yeah.
So
that's probably 6-7 months old now. That plant there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now the goal here is to prevent it from flowering, right?
Correct.
So it's always in a veg state.
Correct.
So when you take your clones, like I've seen clones that are actually sitting wire. I've never seen clones actually on a tree.
Well,
so
each one of these is a clone here. So right there, 1 clone, 2 clone, 3 clone. Every growing shoot is a clone for you. So there's another one. So this branch here has 50 plants on it. This tree will be holding 500-600 clones right now.
How do you prevent it from flowering?
Daylight hours. So a cannabis plant won't flower under anything over 12 hours of light.
So as soon as you put it to 8 hours, it starts flowering.
These are on light for 18 hours a day.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of guys run their veggers 24 hours a day.
Okay.
So there's no chance of flowering, and away they go. We like to give them a little rest, more natural if they do have a night period, but it's only a short 6-hour night period. So as soon as we flip them to that 12-hour night period, they induce flowering, and they just go. Nothing you can stop them at that point, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you taking pictures?
I can take pictures, yes.
Yeah.
Let me do that since you're recording.
So this is a Kush. So this is a Kush indica plant.
Yep, it's 70-30 is this one here, our Greencraft Kush, 70% indica.
Okay.
Bubba Kush is a real heavy indica. That's one that we've got a crop off already. That's the crop that we have flowering in our flowering 5 that we get to have a look at today.
This one here, the Bubba Kush.
Yeah.
Okay. So all of those ones in what looks like milk cartons, those are Bubba Kush.
That whole shrub is Bubba Kush. Yeah, we'll put them into pots. We'll grow 12 plants, big bushes like this, and we want to harvest 1,000 clones. We just go ahead and cut 1,000 clones.
And this is I'm sorry, what did you call it? It's not a
Mother plant.
the mother plant,
Yeah.
but it's not 100% indica.
No. We do have a strain, a couple 100% indica strains that we'll be producing.
Okay.
They're pretty heavy.
And this one?
That is one of our new ones, 9-pound hammer. We're calling it 9-kilogram hammer, the Canadian version.
Okay.
So basically out of, I think, 25 seeds, we're down to 3. So we have seed number 11, seed number 20, and seed number 9
Okay.
that we're sending through testing right now. The rest of the plants were really nice, but those 3 stood out. So basically we're going to make our decision now. We're looking like 9-kilogram 20, seed 20 is going to go into production.
Wow.
So same thing, now that we have that mother picked, we make a run of production mothers, which are in the next room and veg room. We grow them big, something like this, until we have 1,000 clones, and then the crop is on the way.
So next on the tour is, we're calling it the nursery. Now the reason I called it the reject room, and it's not quite right, but when they get their clones, what was the number? 1,000-ish clones?
1,000 clones, yeah.
But that only turns into about 600 plants they're going to grow for sale.
Right.
So you got 400-ish that weren't good enough for whatever reason. Wrong height, wrong color, wrong leaf shape, whatever they reject them on. But the room we were in, we're calling the nursery because they're still little plants, little guys.
We call
but
them
they were
seedlings.
Thank you. But they were keeping them because what if something happened to one of the perfect 600? You'd still have a few sort of spares to swap them out with.
Now, what are you growing in? It looks like a sponge.
Yeah,
rock wool. Okay.
Small rock wool cube. There's one that's rooting pretty nicely there. Like, this is a great clone, but we have better clones in the other room.
Right.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong with any of these whatsoever. This one was a little bit smaller than the rest we picked. It's still rooted well. So basically out of the 1,000 we picked, 600 are the best and take them onto their journey type thing. Different conditions in every room too, where as you can feel it's pretty warm, pretty humid in this room. As a nursery, it's
Again, the non-grower, but if these are all eventually perfectly good but are going to be destroyed, are we just keeping them in case something happens in the next batch?
Yeah, we transplanted them yesterday, so we'll let these sit. We'll still dip and keep them alive for maybe 4 or 5 more days, just in case we lose 1 or 2 clones in that room. We'll have plenty to replace them with.
Okay.
Yeah. It's usually 50% extra of your veg crop you take in clones just to have a good selection of your final clones you put into the flower room.
So we went from what I'm calling the nursery, the seedling room, or the cloneling room. I guess they're clonelings. If there's such a
Clonelings, I
word.
like that.
Yeah, I'm coining it today. We walk into the veg room, and the veg room is in daylight, and it's at an 18-hour clock, 18-hour and 6 hours of night. And we walk in, and there's, I guess, maybe 2 feet, I guess half a meter.
Look like a healthy tomato plant.
A very healthy tomato plant, maybe a meter tall. But in the back wall, and I'm trying to think, maybe it was the north wall, there was another pallet of big mothers, of other genetics that they had. So we saw a lot of genetics, a lot of different cannabis plants in that factory, I guess, grow up.
Yeah, no, and I'm not trying to rush us through the veg room, but just for those who haven't done this, so veg means we're trying to basically just get them to grow, get big, right? So that's the whole 18 hours of sunshine, 6 hours of not sunshine. This is make the plant grow big. We're not trying to create flowers or buds yet, right?
No, yeah, you're in the middle of summer, so you're trying to replicate July, right, when there's a lot of sun in the sky, and the plant grows, and it grows tall. sativa plants tend to grow very, very tall at this point, whereas indica plants tend to be a little shorter and a little bushier. But when you're growing in a building, of course, you're replicating this. And I believe they're growing, and the veg state is to get that plant healthy. And that's when, again, they're doing some pruning, not a lot, doing a little pruning, and they're going to keep the best plants, and they'll move them over into the flower room. But we should pull some parts out of the veg room, and this is us in the veg room.
These plants are only going to be in here for 2.5 weeks or so.
Okay.
And then we throw them on carts and send them all over to one of the 2 flower rooms where they're there for the last 9 weeks and they don't move again.
So this is the veg room.
Yeah.
And what is that collection of?
That's a collection, so that's more seed plants. That's one of our big mothers, so that's like another tree. Basically, that's what we're going to turn these seed plants into. We just keep bringing them down and make a nice short shrub to keep it alive. Seed plants, we have some new mother plants starting there, and then that's more production mothers.
So this also is a 24-hour room.
18-hour. We give these ones a little bit of a break at night. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We can root our clones in 9 days on 24 hours of light, where if we give them a little break, it'd be more like 12 to 15 days.
Yeah, okay.
We run kind of like a hybrid sprog in our flower rooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these do these actually stay here, or do you physically move them
Physically move them in 2.5 weeks. These are 620 of our Greencraft Push plants. So those production plants there are the Greencraft Push production mums. We came in, cut 900 cuttings off them, bring 620 to this room. We'll throw away 20 more, 600 go to the final room. So as we're doing this, we're testing other strains. So those orange stakes up there, those are plants that we're retesting from our first crop.
Okay.
So out of the 30 seeds we grew, we picked one. There was 4 more that were really good too. So we're going to give them another test run through here.
Okay, now, because you guys are growing by clones, the assumption is all of these are female.
That is guaranteed.
Guaranteed female.
Yeah.
Okay. And
If the mother was.
If the mother was,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And it's an exact genetic copy of the mother. So it'll be the exact same flower, the exact same characteristics of the mother every time. And that's our first crop of production mothers for our 9-pound hammer. So we have 48 plants there that we're going to grow for another month. By the time the month comes, we're going to be ready to cut those 48, and that's going to be another production run.
Those ones separated.
Yeah, that's another starting of our 4th strain now. 9-pound hammer is what's called in the States. Well known down there, but he's got it trademarked, so we're going to go 9-kilogram hammer.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Change it up a bit.
And the lighting system you're using are?
CMH.
So there's sodium or?
Metal halide.
Okay.
Yeah, high pressure sodium in the flower room.
Okay. So you're not using LED lights?
No.
And why is that?
They're not, honest truth, they're not quite there yet. They're really expensive, and they give it another 3-4 years, they're going to be on par with the power that we put out of these things.
Okay.
Cost-wise and yield doesn't really add up to run LEDs now. A lot of guys like them. My master and I have been growing under these lights our whole life, so this is what we do.
It's also very cool in here.
It is, yeah. Well, it's
cooler.
Yeah, a lot cooler in that room. That's what you'll notice it for. Yeah. We have absolute full control of every parameter that we have to set for our plants. There's 9 parameters we got to watch. We can control everyone right down to the final details. So, which is important. Things can get away from you real quick. Okay, we better maybe go to the flower room before the lights turn off in there.
All right.
Yeah.
So at one point,
so now we're moving into the room that has the weirdest light I've maybe ever seen. It was like going into an alien world. Why was the light so weird and yellow in there, Kirk?
Well, I was going to say you could hear Eric saying we better get to the flower room before the lights go off. Right?
Before the light, which literally happened to us.
Yeah,
spoiler: the lights went out.
So we go from basically a white light room that's bright white light, and we go into the next room, and we're into yellow, orange, red, autumn light. And this is the flower room. So now the plants are told by the light that it's time to flower, because the whole purpose of a life is to replicate itself. I mean, humans want to replicate ourselves, plants want to replicate ourselves. So the cannabis plant has said, okay, I'm done reaching for the sun. It's now time to replicate. So when the sun starts going down and you get less sun in the sky, the flowers will start to come. So in a building like that, they'll go 12-12. 12 hours of sunlight and 12 hours of daylight in a late summer autumn light.
It was just weird orange glow, and to the point that everything looked the same color. You know, we looked at these plants later and they had beautiful purples and all these colors, but in that weird light, nothing looked green. Everything was just weird shades of yellow and orange. It was a little bit like stepping onto an alien world.
Very, very difficult to take good pictures. And again, at some point in the conversation, Eric says that you can't get good pictures. And it's true. You're right. It's just this perpetual, over-exaggeraed autumn sunshine.
Sunset too.
Sunset.
Kind of reminded me of a sunset.
Yeah. Around 6 o'clock in the evening on a September evening. Yeah, it was cool. And we're in there, and yeah, sure enough, of course our eyes are adjusting, and bam, lights go off. And it's like, oh,
yeah,
oh.
We're in the dark. We're in this enormous room with these enormous tables full of plants in the dark. So it's literally pull out your phone flashlight and see if Eric can go find the light switch.
Yeah, well, he put the lights on very briefly for us so we could look at the flowers, and that's when you saw the purples and you saw the different colors of a cannabis plant. And he has his strain growing, 600 of them. But he also had other varietals growing, strains, cultivars going from other companies that he's experimenting with or helping with. And so you're sitting beside these flowers. And what was he, a week away from harvesting?
Yeah. They were going to do a big harvest. That was just before Easter long weekend. We were there. Right. They were going to spend like the whole Easter long weekend harvesting. Right.
And the buds were probably the size of my palm, and you could see the crystal. You know what we're not talking about is when we walked in that building. Of course, there's the odor, the aroma of cannabis everywhere. Of course, you can't. You go into the mother room, and it smells like greenery. It smells lush. You go into the veg room, it smells like a jungle. It smells like it's fresh. It's a nice feeling. It's warm, and it's got some humidity in there. You open up the door to the flower room, and bam, this rich. I love the smell, but this richness of fresh cannabis is just everywhere.
Terpene heaven. Terpene heaven.
Amazing. Yeah. So yeah, we spent some time in the flower room, and got some shots. I think we got some shots while we were in there. Some pictures.
Yeah, we got some pretty pictures when we got out of the orange light into quote unquote regular light, white light.
Yeah, and so this is us. This is us in the flower room, and I think we'll pull out the part where the lights go out, because it was kind of like, the lights did go out. The lights did go out. Yeah. And you can smell, oh my goodness.
Smelling this room now.
Oh, look at this, yellow light now.
Yeah, you notice that right away.
Yeah, it's a really yellow light again, so a different light.
Yeah, more like fall.
Fall light.
Redder, yellower in the fall, so that's what they need to finish off their flower. So we got Death Bubba Kush, the main lot, and then we have 5 different strains from a nursery that we're testing in here right now.
Wow, you got help me out. The trichomes are just starting to come. Like you've got they're orange, but that's the hairs.
Yep.
So that's showing you that they're just getting close to harvest time, right?
Correct.
So now we're looking for the crystals to form.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so they'll form in the next few days.
Yeah.
Well, and then now the leaves are also starting to get a little yellow.
Sucking their nutrients out of the leaves. This is Death Bubba Kush.
This is okay. And this is going to be a strain that's specialized to Greencraft.
Yes, yeah. We've actually, this is another legacy strain that Danny's been growing for a bunch of years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see them coming up here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They'll finish quicker in the middle.
Wow. Now, not all strains like the same timing.
No.
So.
Different nutrients, different temperature, different timing, different lights, you name it.
And you've wired that into the system, but except the lights, I guess.
Basically, you tune to the rest of the plants. Since we're just testing these, they get what the rest of them get.
Okay.
If they work, they work. As you can see, they got nutrient deficiencies.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. You've got some.
We would have come in here and adjusted for this if it was a whole room of it.
Okay.
Yeah, being a test plant, we're just kind of like, sorry, buddy, if you don't fit in with the rest of the crew.
But having said that, it's pretty impressive.
It's still a good test, totally.
Yeah.
Just because I see them hanging everywhere, so what kind of sensors do we have?
Temperature, humidity.
Okay, and is it different what's on the side?
This is just a quicker view, Temperature, humidity. Okay. These ones you can just read from the side. Those ones read on our monitoring system. You know what we're sitting at here right now.
42%.
25. This room's usually sitting around 28 degrees Celsius, but since we're in the fall, we're turning the temperatures down every day, every night. It goes down to 16 Celsius at night in here.
So there's a gradual change. Yeah, okay. I was reading about that, how you can actually program your light to actually slowly, and the plant will react. I'm thinking, well, I don't know. I'm growing in soil because I want it to be forgiving.
There's a lot of science on straight on lights, straight off lights, having no detrimental effect. This is just more natural. So basically, when our lights turn on in the morning, they spend 15 minutes ramping up from 60% up to 110. So it's like the sun's coming up. End of the day, same thing. They take about half an hour to ramp back down. The sun goes down.
So you're even adjusting the quality of light.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then in the morning, the temperature starts rising and plateaus and comes down. It's brighter like the sun's above them, and then it's darker like it's going away.
Oh, but just now. It's just getting brighter.
It's getting dimmer right now.
Yeah.
Shut down.
All right.
Yeah. It would have been way brighter if they were an hour ago. Yeah. This is on the last.
So you got how many strains in here then?
Main strain and then 5 tester strains.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably the more we test, the less we have to sell. That's the problem. If we do a phenotype search and take the whole table, that's a whole $30 sell. So basically, we try and keep our testing to a minimum, so it's the biggest production lot possible.
It's interesting you're allowing the flowers to grow down here.
We're not.
Oh, okay.
Come off.
Okay.
That'll go to trim. They just popped up since we pruned them last.
Okay. And what do you do with the trim? Pre-rolls?
What's an extractor?
And, you're gonna do, so you guys are making extractions here?
No, it just gets sold. 10, 15 cents a gram to an extractor. They run it through a machine and do whatever the hell they want.
Whatever they want. Okay, so everything here is sellable. What do you do with the compost? What do you do with the stems?
We burn it out back.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a ground granary that we have the coals in, burn out. All this stuff is garbage. But then you
I was going to say,
leaves, like all these leaves are sellable.
Yeah, I was going to say.
When trichomes grow.
Okay.
No, that's close. Kirk, we're in the dirt.
I mean, but the lights just went off. Yeah. Oops.
So now that's just work lights. Basically, that's the end of their day period. So from now, the lights are on 12 hours. If we're in here for a few days, it's not going to make much of a difference.
Right.
Where's the eye? If you're down at the far end of the room, that'll get you trapped sometimes.
So now, like I was going to ask you about the shakers. So the leaves get thrown away, but the sugar leaves again.
Wait till we do the final flower trim. Keep them all, put them in a big bag, and 15 cents a gram if you're lucky, but it's usable to somebody and it's sellable. So.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, because some people make bubble hash out of that.
Totally. Yep. Absolutely. Right? It's full of trichomes. It's full of it's usable stuff.
But the other leaves, they just get burnt?
Yep, get burnt out back. We're one of the only producers that is allowed to burn our waste because we're an agricultural producer. So if our neighbors can burn their crop residue, we're able to burn our crop residue. So.
Is that because you're rural?
Yeah.
Rural and agricultural.
Yeah.
So we were downtown Calgary, and we're not being
there. Basically, those guys have a giant dumpster on their site. They bring out a bag of leaves, they dump it in, they have to dump lime, sawdust, sand, make it inert. Next time you dump leaves, lime, sawdust, sand, then you have a 10,000-pound container that you got to haul away every month and pay for that. So
but in the brewing industry, the waste goes to pig farmers.
Yeah, totally.
Why
Yeah.
can't this waste go to a composter?
There might be some THC left in some of the leaves. There really isn't. It's stems and leaves. We're not going to throw away THC.
Well, no, but again, I think it shows ignorance of Health Canada to realize there's nothing wrong with this stuff. I mean,
I have another grower that I know, rural southern Manitoba. They operate on a pig farm. They put it in the manure and compost it. They're not allowed to feed it to the pigs, but they're allowed to compost it to make it inert and ruin it. So it goes in their giant piles. They bulldozer it with pig shit.
yeah, but grains that have been converted, it's ignorance.
There's a lot of Health Canada rules that are ridiculous, but they are working. I gotta say, over the last couple of years of watching, they're getting it.
They're getting it.
Slowly opening up, changing this, changing that.
Where the review of the Cannabis Act is now letting pharmacists in on the game.
Recommending. Not there yet, but hopefully soon.
Awesome.
Just pitter patter, dude.
What we're looking forward to with the new changes is hopefully that duty being dropped to 10% of value instead of the flat $1 gram per dollar per gram. That's what all the producers are waiting for.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's been a trouble for a lot of guys. By the time you sell a gram, if you're giving $1 to the government every time, there's not a heck of a lot left on it.
Yeah.
Well, really early in the podcast, we talked to an economist, and he said, yes, politically you can never do this, but if you really want to get rid of the black market, don't just let the guys like you do it for free. Actually, give them an incentive. Give them, and then the legal price would now be lower than the black market price. Politically, you can't do that, but economically, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Something's got to be done about the black and gray market. So the gray market is the big one now. That's the buy online, ship to your door from BC. There's a million guys doing it. That one's hurting us. Yeah.
So this is a modified scrog, right? Because you're not
pretty much.
You're not wrapping stuff.
Yep. Yep.
Because with mine, I will physically wrap this so that it will throw flowers off the sides.
I used to have a fish tank, an aquarium with a nice lid on it.
Okay.
And I rooted in my filter, constant running water, and grew the plant sideways along the top of the tank with small flowers growing up into the lights, the fertilizers from the fish. And the plants, the lights on for the tank anyway, and you grow them about that tall, and you had a nice flat plant.
Growing like with fish below?
With fish below.
Oh man, that's cool.
And that's the fertilizer for the plant was the fish water, fish waste.
Wow.
You're gonna need
Well, that's
you could do amazing things with these plants. We could be spreading. One of our first runs, we had larger plants, like one plant in the space of 6, and we spread them all out.
Yeah.
But this is a quick way to get quick production. Just smash through and one plant per size. This is the runs here. This is another real nice one. This is one of our test strains as well.
Look at the head. Look at the flowers on that.
Size of those, eh? It's growing golf balls even at the bottom of the plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, put your fist up to it.
It'll actually take better pictures now with the work lights on instead of the grow lights on.
I'm trying to get a jungle shot here.
Yeah.
Oh, I think even my camera can see.
What's that?
I think I can see all the little trichomes in my camera.
Yeah, if you get a zoom pic, you can see all the crystal big time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, there's some nice ones. You know, I'll show you the Gorilla Grape at the back too. So this is one we're probably going to run. Well, at some point in the next 6 months, I'll say, okay guys, send me 600 clones. We won't have to worry about our cloning, run them through the building, make some good cash on them. It's a popular strain that runs deep. Yeah. This one is called Gorilla Grape.
Gorilla Grape. We're walking down the aisle of this grow room now. It's just, I mean, it's an incredible smell. Aroma is wonderful. All these flowers. This is lovely. Gorilla Grape. Oh, again, look at the size of those.
Don't be fooled. The
Gorilla
Bubba
Grape.
Kush will probably weigh more per gram. The Bubba Kush is
Really dense. I guess you don't want me to squeeze it. Can I feel it? No. Yeah.
Well, look at the colors on this one, like all the oranges.
Well, that's the thing that I find amazing about the cannabis plant. The number of times I've gone into grow rooms where you can physically see the different strains. The leaves are different. Like there's a physical difference in the plant.
Yeah, look, just the butt structure from
Yeah.
there, and then mama to a Gorilla Green.
So how many Gorilla Greens are here?
Just 3.
Oh, so these are just 3.
There's 3 of each strain.
Oh,
to kind of
yeah.
give it a test run.
Okay, I can see what you're talking about. These 2 flowers are different.
Yeah, totally different structure.
Wow.
See, these are usually all leaves are perked up, like they're actually crunchy now even.
Yeah.
They've been on water, they're slowly pulling everything in, the leaves fall off, pull everything else. Once they run in a jam, they just start tipping over.
So how
And
long?
then
How long did you say you're flushing them?
2 weeks.
2 weeks of
10
just
to
straight
14
water.
days, yeah. Yeah.
And you're harvesting when? When is this going to be harvested?
This should be down, well, it's going to be a fun one. Either Friday we start or Monday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like this coming Monday. Do you have enough people trimming for you?
End of the week, next week. So it's got another whole week here to
So
go.
that would be Easter Monday.
You got an Easter
Long weekend. My sister's here. We got family in. Get it done.
Pitter patter.
Yeah. We bring in 1, 2, 3 more part-times. There's 4 of us here. There's probably 8 of us on harvest day. And we can get it done in 2 days, down and hanging in the room. So.
And where do you? I guess we're going to the dry room
Yeah,
next.
we can
Eh?
have a look at the drying room right away.
It does smell fantastic in here.
Yeah, it smells fantastic. I like the fans, the movement of air. You've got apparatus.
Those blenders do the temperature control, if you want to say that. They destratify the room, and then these ones here give our horizontal breeze over the leaves.
Right,
Really awesome.
through the leaves. Yeah, I have in my grow room, my fan's above and it blows into it. And it sort of just keeps the air moving.
Yeah. You want to, they're not used to wind above.
So it come
You
below.
want it from the side to get over those stomata and keep refreshing it in there.
Okay.
But if you're in a tent, it's damn near impossible. Because
Exactly.
there's no roof to put it
Well,
in.
I've got the exit fan up top, so I'm just thinking now I should put the other fan down below.
Yeah.
So it's going that way.
Yeah, that works, yeah. Your CO2 is going to be sitting low anyway, so that'll help it move up. And
Well, I've got, of course, in the CO2 always falls, right?
Yeah.
So I've got holes on vents in the bottom of the tent, right?
Yeah.
But the goal is to get the circulation up and out of the house.
So are you adding CO2 at all? No.
No, I'm not that far into it. I mean, I'm growing in soil because I want it forgiving. I don't have the time to treat chemicals. I've got
You're going 400. This room runs 1200 ppm all day, every day.
Yeah.
That's why you get these big.
Yeah.
Okay, so next, how about if you were someone who's going to spend all day, if in that much CO2, do you get tired faster? Do
No,
you feel
you're
different?
okay. Like you're in an office building. You're working in 5,000 to 8,000 ppm all day long. It's
All right, good to know.
over. I think 3,000 is not good for humans, but it's
But but there's still 21% oxygen in this room.
Totally.
Yeah. So your
Yeah,
body.
we're talking parts per million, but just interesting what he said. 400 is quote unquote normal. They'll be up to 1,200 intentionally. In the pharmacy, call that an office building, I might be up over 3,000, which might not be ideal for a human being.
Just keep taking your vitamin D, dude.
Days that we're in here pruning, we get free CO2. We get 6 of us in here pruning. You see our CO2 meter just stop for a while.
Oh, you can actually see from the
You
humans.
see the amount of shots, yeah.
Okay.
We actually kind of judge how the room's doing by counting our amount of CO2 shots that our system puts into it every day. So, if we're getting a little too wet, we're not breathing as well, we can tell our plants aren't using much CO2. Okay, something's going on, let's go make an adjustment. Every 3 or 4 days, we're adjusting our watering, our temperature, our nutrients, our lights, you name it, we're adjusting something. So, basically, my master and assistant master come in every morning and walk these rooms with 10 different instruments and get a list of results like this. We sit down, pour over the data. What are we doing? Change anything? Nope, leave it. Do the same thing over and over.
So how many harvests have you had?
This is the 4th.
4th harvest.
5th over there. 6 is that veg room that we're in.
So is the assumption then you're in the marketplace now?
We're selling bulk, so our flowers in the marketplace, not under our own brand yet though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who is? Can you say who's selling, or
We can't really say. It'll be packaged under a few different brands. It's
Okay.
basically once it leaves here bulk, it's up to the other producer to do what
Okay.
they want. We could find it. I know the first batch went to Alberta. It'll be in the Alberta market under a cheese name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheese name. What do you?
Well, we call it legacy cheese because it's from my legacy Master Grows garden.
Okay.
They're going to call it Rumpty Pumpty UK cheese.
Okay.
They can put whatever they want on it. We're dealing with another person here right now. It's legacy cheese for us. They're putting it back to UK cheese just because people know it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why cheese?
cheese is
This
the...
is a cheese strain. It's
Yeah.
a cheese strain.
Just like Kush is a strain.
Right, okay.
Yeah. It's been growing for over 20 years in our master's garden. So this strain has been around the whole area, has been smoking it for 20-some years. It's been loved ever since. So we brought it into the legal market basically through our genetic bring into the building.
Wow.
And now we have it in the legal market here.
I just love the pictures, man.
Yeah.
I just like.
It's fun. We spend hours in these rooms.
I bet, yeah.
And yet I still never have any posts on Facebook or Instagram.
Well,
That's something I gotta work on so bad, but
well,
We'll put some up for you.
we're insane in this friggin' place, so it's tough to get shit done.
Okay, should we go see Brian?
Check the other room, sure, yeah. We can calm down now. There's a rush to get into this room, so
yeah.
the rest of the rooms are all on auto.
It's just such a sweet smell in here.
You feel the temperature dropping too already.
Yeah.
It's gonna go down to 16 right away.
Okay, because it's nighttime.
Yeah.
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 All right. Good night, girls.
You bet.
Well, I must have stepped on that.
Jump right into the next one? Sure.
Let's do it.
These ones are only 2 weeks old. So we just brought them out of this room.
Oh, so there's we're in the second flower room.
Yeah.
Okay. What time of day is it in here?
It is the first 10 minutes of the morning, so the lights are going to be getting brighter here.
So that room, the lights go off. In this room, the
Yeah.
lights is gone. Oh, that
Yeah.
gives you opportunity to work the rooms.
Totally.
Oh,
Yeah.
makes sense.
And a less load on the building. Instead of having all these 1,000-watt lights on at once, we flip them so they're
Oh,
opposite
that
times.
makes a lot of
For
sense.
heat recovery as well with our HVAC system, we want to have one room on at all times.
So
Keep everything warm.
And what strain is this?
This is Greencraft Kush.
This is
our
yours.
signature strain. It's friggin' amazing. I absolutely love this stuff. 2 little testers in here. There's 3 purple Kushes of ours, and then 3 Mac plants from the nursery that we're trying out.
Say that again, sorry.
3 Mac plants from
Yep.
Life Cycle Botanics Nursery, and then 3 of our purple Kushes we're giving another flower test,
Okay.
and then 598 Greencraft Kush plants.
So how long have these plants been here now?
2 weeks, just over 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So they're not vegging now. They're flowering.
They're flowering. They still do vegetatively grow for about the first 3 weeks in here.
Okay.
We can't quite see. Oh, there we go. They're just starting to barely
Yeah.
flower now. So
Okay.
another week into next week, we'll be showing a lot more flower activity.
Okay.
Yeah. They came in here about at this height, so they've grown
Okay.
about that in 2 weeks.
And they came in from the other room.
Yeah, we grew them so they were about yay on that veg table. So we'll wait till all those clones get to be about a foot to 16 inches.
Okay.
And they come on over this room. So
Okay. So that's basically how with my little op in my house. Then I'm going to have to do the same thing. I'm going to move it into the veg state, let them get to about 16 inches, and then start scrogging. And then I flower.
depending on light, if you're low light, they'll stretch sometimes double what you put them in. So you have a 30-inch plant. We got some pretty high light power in here, so they'll maybe grow another quarter and then just start flowering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you start scrogging it, right? In my experience,
Yeah.
in that first couple of weeks, you're wrapping it around, and
Yeah.
like I'm gonna have, by the time I'm done, I'm gonna have about 6 to 7 plants.
Sure. Yeah.
And then, so my tent, if I do it right, my tent should be just
Perfectly flat across.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are going to get another layer of mesh here.
okay.
So basically, day 21 will come in and defoliate again. You pull off all these dying leaves at the bottom. Defoliate from the bottom up. Put on another layer of mesh. Day 41, we can then defoliate from the top. Again, just pull off all the big leaves that aren't getting used anymore. And then basically, when we put that second level of mesh, we just poke everything through into its own little space to live
Right.
type thing.
The smell's a little different in here.
Oh yeah.
No flower smell in here yet.
Yeah.
The aroma.
Yeah.
But it's more green. It's more forest-like.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, yeah. Just like the grass, growing
Yeah,
grass.
yeah.
Walk down the middle. The goal is to even canopy, so we try to plant to keep our clones the same height, but you'll end up with some of the clones get stuck in the middle. They're shorter. They grow a little bit smaller. So we do end up having some different heights, but. All our smaller plants in the middle of the room is the most powerful area when all the lights get concentrated in the middle. And
If you actually move them around, like if this is small, like move them in the middle, or
no, when we planted them, we just brought the smaller ones.
Okay.
Yeah. The middle, we've got like an oval microclimate in the middle of each room. It just gets a lot hotter and a lot more power. Basically, everything just collects on top of each other. So you get a lot of power in the middle, a little bit less on the outsides, but we got it pretty balanced now.
But there's still a lot of lights.
The outdoor lights, outside rows are running 110%. The middle rows are like 78%.
Okay.
Yeah. We never crank. We're never fully cranked in these rooms. Like, it's just too much light for them, basically.
That's what I'm getting a kick out of is the science. Now, when you look at this kind of stuff, do you eventually get rid of one of these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give this leaf, like, it's still doing its work right now.
Yeah.
It's starting to color up a bit. When it starts looking like this guy,
okay,
darker, starting to get the newts pulled out of it.
And this one here, these ones, yeah.
This one can go. So this is 2.5 weeks ago we ran out of calcium magnesium.
Okay.
And we didn't notice for a day. And there's our calcium magnesium at that phase of the grow.
Okay.
Efficiency popped up.
Interesting.
2 days only. Put our Cali Mag back in. We're back to not being deficient in calcium and magnesium.
Very forgiving.
Yeah. Well, this stuff is, if we screw up our nutrients in rock wool, you're in trouble.
Okay.
So like 2 days max. If we went 3 or 4 days, this plant would have been in trouble.
Okay.
There's no buffer in rock wool or aeroponics.
Hence why I grow straw.
Absolutely, yeah. It's you got to be right on here with your pH.
I've got a friend of mine, my mentor, that wants me to get into rock wool or coconut, and I just
coconut's not bad. It's got a lot of a buffer in it compared to this.
I'm just growing in Pro Max.
Pro Mix, yeah.
Yeah, Pro Mix.
And he grows fully living organic soil for the last 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah.
He absolutely loves it. His flower tastes great.
I was using compost in my garden, but I got bug infested.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We add bugs. We haven't added to this room yet.
Oh,
beneficial insects. Yeah, so we have hypoaspis mites and nematodes in our grow media right now, and then we add cucumaris mites and californicus mites to the canopy, and then we have flying aureus predators that fly around the room and eat any kind of bad bug in here.
So you're literally putting bugs
into the room.
As what we call biological pest control?
You betcha. Yeah.
Wow.
And when you harvest the flower, the bugs leave?
Poor things die, so a 9-week period in here. We put them in here in week 2. They're coming here next on Monday. We put all of our bugs out. They eat anything that's bad. If they don't find anything bad, they die off and see you later. They don't crawl up on the flowers. The flowers are too resiny. So you can see them, they'll work their way up. They start hitting resiny and they just go back down and work the leaves.
Very cool.
Yeah. We can't use pesticides of any kind.
No.
Yeah, we can't come in here and spray. If a guy could come in here with a commercial Raid or Conk or anything like that and just do a couple shots in here and kill everything, you'd be fine. And the plants would probably be fine, but no pesticides whatsoever allowed with Health Canada Cannabis, so natural products only.
Now, is that just you, or is that all Health Canada?
Every Health Canada, no pesticides.
So whether I'm growing for medicinal or rec, no pesticides at all?
Ever, yeah. Biologicals only. So we have spores and fungus that we put in that'll fight bugs. There are acids, H2O2. There's a bunch of stuff out there you can use, but no actual real powerful pesticides.
Yeah.
Everything takes a while.
So like you said, we're surrounded by farmers who are using pesticides on everything all around us, but not here.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Yeah, it's going into all the food you eat, but not the food you smoke. It's when it's lit, a pesticide can have a different effect than when you eat it, so that's why they say if it's being burnt in cannabis, there's no tests on it to see if it's going to be safe when you inhale it.
Well, and on the rec side, I don't care so much, but yeah, if you're, especially on the medicinal side, if you're giving this to a sick cancer patient, yes, I'm happy there's no pesticides.
Absolutely, yeah. 100% clear of no molds, no mildews, no heavy metals, no nothing in this flower. It's all tested before it gets out into the market.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is just, next week we'll defoliate, put another mesh, and then it basically sits for 3 weeks, check it all the time, do another defoliate, and it'll look like that room, and it just starts slowly dying off at the end of the year, and put it on water, and clean the room, grab those ones, send them in again.
Well,
try and have only a 2-3 day empty room type thing. Give us enough time to tidy up, clear shit out.
So that room will be emptied on the long weekend and filled
with those plants that are in the bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah. we'll have about a week in that room to clean it up and flip it over. This is basically our first crop going to market under our brand.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is going to come under your brand.
Yeah. It's got the high test THC, good terpenes. Like the legacy genetics we're growing right now, they're good. There's nothing wrong with them whatsoever, but they're not this type thing. So our first Greencraft brand
Branded
under
stuff.
yeah,
This is it.
it's gonna be the superpower stuff. Yeah.
We too strong for old farts like me, which is fun. I know.
Know your limit, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, are you a one puff guy or a two puff guy?
Totally, yeah, exactly, yeah. Or a 3-joint guy. There's all kinds.
Yeah. And we hope to corner the whole market.
Totally, absolutely, yeah.
That's lovely. Some big fan leaves on these ones, eh?
Yeah, totally. They're friggin' huge ones.
Yeah.
We ran a bit of it already. It's good. We're gonna give it one more test. If it's not up to snuff, that on the plant and everything just goes, we'll start again. We have 110 other strains, so if something's not up to snuff.
110 strains?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's just what...
All in seed form.
So, in seed form,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So with Health Canada, all 110 of those have to be registered.
Are now registered with Greencraft Cannabis, yeah.
And then every time you grow, you have to go through that
Yeah. Each
drop
one is
1, 2.
from seed to sale. It's controlled all the way through. Yeah.
So now that you've made your declaration,
yeah.
can you add to it?
Only through another licensed producer.
Okay.
So like these Mac clones that we got came from another licensed producer who's a nursery, and since we're both licensed producers, yes, we could trade between each other, sell between each other, whatever you want to work with type thing. So basically, we run their genetics to see if they work good. If we like what they're doing, then we work together, and they send us load after load is what they want to do.
Right.
Type thing. Yeah.
We interviewed a bunch of growers in Alberta a few episodes back, and what they said to us, there's a period of don't ask, don't tell. So your master grower's cheese is the Health Canada saying we're not asking, don't tell, but you're registering.
Well, you only got that one magic period to bring stuff in.
A few hours, basically.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
The day of licensing. Once we're working through the day of licensing, basically we have that time to bring it in, and after that, that's it. We're done.
So you had to spend months, weeks planning what was going to be your token
Genetic
stuff,
library.
genetic
Yeah.
library.
Yeah.
And so how many total genetic libraries do you have?
One genetic library. Basically, we had 5 live strains that came in, and then the 108 or whatever in our fridge in storage.
And those ones are the afterwards from other growers.
Yeah.
But what you brought in, don't ask, don't tell, is a total of 6?
Oh no, 108. That's 108 different strains of seeds.
Okay.
5 strains of live genetics were brought in at the beginning.
At the beginning, 5.
Yeah.
That's the 5 don't ask, don't tell.
All of it was
All
don't
of
ask,
it.
don't tell.
Oh, really?
Every genetic we brought in was don't ask, don't tell. It's not so much don't ask, don't tell as we don't care where you got it from.
As long
you
as
still got to tell us. We just don't know if it's coming from Spain, Europe, Jim down the street, or whoever.
But as of 5 o'clock, everything that comes in, we need to go traceable.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because everything has to start someplace.
3,827 seeds counted. 3,827 seeds weighed. Yeah.
Oh man.
But they got a really good record.
My tiny contribution to that, I supplied them with tiny little glass bottles.
Oh yeah.
We
Okay.
got some seed sprouting right now with all those bottles that we just emptied. I'll
All
show
right.
you those. Yeah.
Well, I got into some genetics a few years ago, and that's what I'm growing. A friend, don't ask, don't tell, gave me some of his genetics.
Yes. Yeah.
And they've been in my fridge for the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So they're growing now. So I'm growing some genetics from a friend. So
If you store them properly, they could last indefinitely. 10 years, 20 years, I've heard of people sprouting seeds 20 years old, as long as they're stored properly.
all of them did. Like I got 8. So I got 2 genetics, and I planted all 16 seeds.
Yeah.
Well, be damned, I got 16
100%,
seedlings.
they're nice.
Yeah, and I don't need 16 seedlings, so I have to make some choices.
Well, you could do what we did, do a phenotype search and flower them all and then go back. So like those mothers that we had in there, we cloned 4, we finished those 4. We never finished a mother plant. We had to let that sit. Once we knew what her offspring were,
Right.
then you make a decision on the mother plant.
Yeah, but I guess I'm not
Room.
keeping mothers yet. I don't
Right.
have that ability. I don't have two growing areas.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to grow. But your question is, I want to grow 6 at the end. I think I'm licensed to 12, right?
Okay, yeah.
And so I want to grow 6 at the end because that's all I really need.
Yeah.
But I got the 16. I got to wait to figure out how many become females before I
Oh, you're not even sexed. Oh, they're
With their seeds, I haven't sexed them.
Yeah.
So
I'd sex them right now.
how do you sex them now?
12 and 12, and then once you start seeing male or female, flip back to veg for a while.
Oh, can you do that?
Yeah.
And that, so you're going to ask them to flower for you, or do males
Or
come?
just show.
Males come first, right?
Depends. Yeah, quite often your males are going to be a lot taller, a lot bigger. They're trying to get to the top of the crop to let their pollen come down. So taller, skinnier plants, but we've found out that taller, skinnier plants are females a lot of times too. So it's until you flower them out and start showing. So you can flower all 12 if you want, and then just catch them and pull the males out.
Well, that's what I was going to. Well, I've got 6 containers.
Yeah.
So one of the things I was thinking of doing is just planting 2 per container.
Yeah.
And then if 2 females come up, well, can they share or just cut one down?
Yeah, they'd probably be able to share. Just keep giving them bigger pots.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's a male and a female, get that male out of there really, really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Guaranteed females, we still watch. There's hermaphrodites that'll just all of a sudden pop a little set of balls and away we got trouble. So
Do you ever send your seeds or small plants off for genetic testing to decide male or female, or
no,
just what it
just flowered off here? Yeah. So like our 9-pound hammer, it wasn't a feminized strain. So basically we cloned them, and when we were that big, we sexed them. Like we put them in 12 and 12. As soon as they had roots, we sex them up in the lab, just under they don't even need much for light.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just to show which one's your male, get the males out of there, and then you start production on them type thing.
So you throw them the 12-hour light.
Yeah.
And they'll sex, and then you throw them back 16-hour light. And okay. And you're not harming the plant at all?
It's going to slow it down. It'll definitely slow it down. It'll take another week to kick back to veg type thing. Yeah.
I guess my issue though is I need to harvest by the 1st of June.
I just turn them on, flip them all, just watch them though.
Okay.
Yeah, watch get those males out of there.
All right.
Like those plants in the nursery, we could flower those, and you have one plant this big with one bud.
Well, I've seen guys try to do that. They almost bonsai them. They grow one plant with one huge flower.
Yeah.
And
a lot of commercial growers too don't open their plants up at all. They just grow single colas all the way through.
Yeah.
But then, for the market, you get that bud that's that big, and not everyone likes a giant bud because it's half stem, so people think, right? So, by the time you break it up, we're growing 8 really nice sized flowers instead of 1 giant flower type thing on each plant. Cool.
I love the smell.
Yeah.
That's
nice and fresh in here.
Oh, it's fresh. It's like
did a cleanup in here Friday as we were coming over.
closer to tomatoes, and that one, the last one smells closer to like tomato.
So we're going now into a more industrial area, sort of this is where we came in.
Processing room.
Okay, the irrigation room, the storage room, and so where do you harvest? Where do you do your cutting?
Right here.
This is all the cutting room. Okay.
Basically, we have on carts, roll through here, do a little bit of trimming, and then hang in the drying room.
Oh, the drying room. Okay.
Yeah, and then we bring it right back out here and do our final trimming.
So how do you dry them? Do you dry them by you just cut the stem?
10 plants per bar, hanging upside down on the stalk, the level goes up, another 10 plants per bar.
But you just cut the stem and hang it.
Yeah.
So you don't cut the branches, you're cutting the stem.
We'll take leaves, so whatever we don't defoliate, we'll have 20 plants here as we roll through, we'll grab a plant. One person will take off 15 extra leaves that don't need to be on there, and then just hang it up in here.
Upside down.
Yeah. So there's 3 levels of plants. The last level's put off the ground type thing.
Okay, this must be a phenomenal room.
Goes up and down, and as we harvest, it's ready to layer down and go to the next level, and when we're putting them up, just keep raising them up.
And how long do they stay in here?
2 weeks, 10 days to 14 days, I think.
Okay.
60% humidity, 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 16 Celsius.
Okay.
For 10 to 14 days, and then they go into bins for a 3-week, 4-week cure right after that. So
And how do
break
you
them down, trim them instantly straight into a storage bin within a few hours, and then they're sealed airtight to cure. We watch the humidity in them after they get watched for about a week and a half in a bin, and we know the humidity is okay. They get sealed up airtight.
all in plastic?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trimming them, so just the cola, just the flower, packed down into a plastic container, sealed, and they cure in there.
Yeah. Turk lock container, so it's actually a brand called Grove bags that are It's almost like your Tyvek on the outside of a building. They actually breathe a little bit and they regulate your moisture, and basically they'll keep your inside flower 58 to 62% humidity.
And where are they? You got them?
Yeah, they're in the storage room. We can go out and look at those. This is all just shade. We're just throwing shades in here right now.
That's
So
just
we sell
shade.
the extractors, yeah.
Well, that's going to be that's sugar
solid
leaf.
trichomes and
Oh, yeah.
red hairs.
Oh yeah, so this is sugar leaf.
Yep. All sugar leaf and red hairs.
So someone's going to make us.
Super high tech stuff. Like, yeah, you could be rolling joints out of that stuff. and
Oh
be
yeah.
really good.
Oh yeah.
But for us to, have extraction on site too, eventually we maybe do
Sticky.
some bubble hash or something.
Sticky.
Oh, everything in this freaking
Yeah.
place is sticky. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I love that smell.
Yeah, what's that? That's the legacy cheese. This is the Greencraft Kush pink plant shake. We had a whole run of pink plant and did all pheno searches, and we didn't get nothing out of it. It's all on the garbage. It just wasn't good enough to sell, basically. Eat the seeds, and I'd had it before and loved it, but it just didn't turn out. It's done. Yeah. Storage room.
So this is a curing room.
Yeah, this is just straight up storage. This is our vault, so we probably shouldn't take pictures of this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just show you guys what everything's stored.
So this is all harvested and
Yep.
cured.
Harvested and cured. This is a batch of Death Bubba that's available right now for sale. That is a batch of cheese that we just sent for the testing on Friday. So basically, next Friday we'll get our results back saying it's 100% safe. You can now sell that lot.
And how many kilo bags of this?
2,500 kilograms or 2,500 grams per bag.
So 2 kilos.
2.5 kilograms. Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot of weed.
It is. It is. Yeah.
For my generation, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
what I understood. You buy your dime bag, you buy your nickel bag, and now I'm in a room that's like $10,000 bill bags.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. And those bags regulate. This room is kept pretty
Cool.
much 16 degrees and 60% RH. Yeah.
So these are curing bags
Yeah.
that breathe.
Yeah.
And then from this curing bag, that's how you transport them for packaging?
Yeah.
In those bags?
Yeah.
So if you're selling bulk, if I was a bulk buyer, I'd basically get
Yeah.
one of these bags.
Yeah. You get a box with, I think you fit like 3 or 4 bags in a box, ship it off Pure later. Yeah.
Pure later?
Yeah.
And they go and...
Pure later or FedEx are two of those only ones that will let to ship cannabis.
Okay, and there's nothing in the wrapping paper that suggests this is cannabis. It's very anonymous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Completely airtight, air sealed containers. We wrap our boxes with packing plastic and everything, and
They go on a pallet and off they go.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And they ship all over Canada, right? So yeah.
Well, that's one of the things we discussed, is that how much transportation your cannabis actually does before you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked to, when we were in Alberta, he's growing in BC, he shipped to
Ontario.
a package,
Oh, yeah.
and then it comes back to BC to be sold.
Yeah.
So how many trichomes fell off? How many,
Yeah, and they were storing, in those days, they were storing in plastic containers. I think there's more and more now doing it in the sort of packaging, right?
Yeah.
The
The
tinfoil
Mylar
packaging.
bags. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or glass jars for the more high end stuff type thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
again, glass is heavy and it's transportation
Exactly.
fees, right?
Yeah. Shipping cost comes into
Yeah.
that. Yeah, if you can process on site, absolutely. Like, once we start processing here too, it'll be storage bag out here, bring it out, package up containers.
And you'll
for-
package it under your own
yeah,
brand.
Yeah, yeah. Straight into the stores after that.
Now I don't know if you want us not to share this part, but the original thought was you're going to sell directly to stores in Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan, Manitoba is still our goal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can sell directly to the stores, not through the LCs.
Yeah. Yeah, Manitoba is still through the government, but they never take possession. Like, we sell it to them, they list it on their website.
Yeah, because that's sort of a virtual warehouse.
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah, and we still ship from our site to every store. Yeah.
Cool. So the local Dauphin stores
Yeah.
will be able to get your local stuff, and actually now they can market it within the stores as
Locally grown.
locally
Greencraft
grown.
Cannabis, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And being somebody who's read the Cannabis Act, there's nothing stopping some organization like yours advertising on a podcast. Just
Not
saying.
advertising or promoting, just simply
Just-
letting the public know.
No.
Yeah.
That
What we're doing, exactly, yeah.
And that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
So.
We would never want to promote.
Well, but you can promote your brand as long as you're not promoting cannabis.
So,
Greencraft Cannabis would be a tough brand to promote without using cannabis.
well, yeah. No, this is another question. Do you have a medical? Do you have a medical
Medical
side?
sales, yeah.
You have medical sales as well. Well, we just see Greencraft Medical Cannabis.
We're simply letting everyone know what we do, what we stand for, what we produce. We could do that all day as long as we're not Kirk and Trevor from podcasts say you should smoke.
No,
That's exactly what the.
But we can't do that as professionals in the first place.
Totally, yeah.
But we can definitely discuss your business. That's
tell
not
our
a problem.
story, absolutely.
Exactly,
yeah.
and that's what we're doing through
Yeah.
3 episodes so far.
Right
So,
on. Yeah.
this is very cool, Eric. This is exciting. Man.
Yeah. What the hell?
What,
Package
from the-
everything up, and there's our seed storage in there.
Okay,
Medical fridge.
I'm just thinking about the first day you drove into my
Magical
jars.
picture of those.
Yeah. Well,
Those are literally some of the jars we got from the pharmacy.
Yeah. And boxes.
I just remember was it pre-COVID or just during COVID, you drove into my yard and we were sitting out my driveway discussing this.
Yeah. Totally.
That was definitely during COVID.
That was
because everyone was afraid to meet indoors.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.5 years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's come a long way. It's been a hell of a challenge, but we're getting there now.
So I understand you're actually sleeping here now. You got a bed?
I don't sleep. I don't have time. It's labor intensive. It's insane the amount of work we got to put in this place. Yeah, paperwork wise, recording wise, there's a ton, and then just your everyday maintenance work and pruning work. This week coming up won't be bad. We're transplanted. We're still growing. The week after we're harvesting, and then we're transplanting again, then we're cutting again. There's 2 or 3 weeks that are just gonna, you just make it through type thing to get everything done on time.
Well, it's fantastic to see that you're in the market.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
Totally, yeah. Bulk sales is tougher because not everyone is, other guys got to make money off it too, so you're not getting the price you would for being packaged, but it's out and quick, and we're not putting extra labor into packaging for it.
Dauphin now has tomatoes, weed, and beer.
Yeah.
All homegrown.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So a BLT, a joint, and a craft beer.
Yeah,
That's what Dauphin should be.
Exactly. Now we just got to get a pork producer involved, and we can sell our own sandwiches.
Totally. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's getting there. We can go up to the lab. I guess there's still a seed. I got some seeds sprouting if you want to see those.
Sure.
Nothing too special.
I have a sneaky feeling this is going to be a two-parter.
Yeah.
So
might be a bit.
It's going to be a long one. So we're back in the atrium. I guess this would be the atrium, or you just processing room.
Hub of the building.
Yeah, it's the hub, and all the other rooms go from a spoke from here. So
okay, Kirk. Sorry, go ahead. I was going to say we're leaving the flower room, but you had one more thought.
No, I was just going to say the same thing. We're leaving the flower room. We're now in the atrium, and sort of the hub of the building. In this area, this is where we entered the building. In this area, you can get to the mother room. From the mother room, you go to the nursery. From the nursery, you go to the veg room. Veg room, you go to the flower room. But from this room, you can get to all of them. And we're sitting there talking, and the sound's actually a little better here because there's not as many fans going. Because that's the white noise in the background is the fans. There's a lot of air moving in those buildings.
Right.
And this is and we have mentioned in past episodes, this building was specifically designed by Eric, contracted by Eric, and built by Eric and friends, but he's pretty much the pipe fitter, he was pretty much the carpenter, he was pretty much the plumber, right? He pretty much did most of it. And the building is specifically designed to grow cannabis.
Yeah. This is not a retrofit. Not
at all. And he's in the middle of agricultural land. So he has a well, so we'll be going into the nutrients room, where they basically use well water, which is, I guess, the only expense of the well water is the pumping of it, right?
Yeah.
And I imagine, I never asked him, he must have a field. He must have a septic field, because there's no utilities out there except the electricity that he had to get piped in. But so he's drawing well water. He's purifying the well water by osmosis, reverse osmosis. He's got a softener, water softener. He filters it. He filters it to zero, puts it through a water softener, He puts it through UV light, and he puts it through a reverse osmosis. So it's basically inert water. This water, there's no nutrients in this water.
So now he has to add some in.
Now he has to add some in. And he's got him, and I took pictures of this. This will be on the webpage. He's got this wall of pipes and gadgets and switches and computers and dials and digital numbers and probes and huge, I would say 500 liter plastic.
Oh, enormous.
Types, huge water things, maybe 1,000 liters. I think they're 500 liters, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and yeah, this is all the water. Yeah, I'm in my room. If you can see me on the radio, I'm in the room drawing it with my hands. Yeah, and in using that water, he's got water piped in to all the plants, individually piped into all the plants.
Well, the segue to a few weeks before our tour, I met Danny White at a wedding.
Right.
And Danny White happens to be the head grower, the master grower, the green thumb guy of this whole operation. It's Dauphin. You forget how one step away you are from everybody. I worked with Danny's daughter for a decade and a half, and it never really occurred to me that I was working with the master grower's daughter. So anyway, we chatted quite a bit at the wedding, and yeah, he's been growing forever, and he's played around with every different type of grow, yada yada, but he was just light up when he'd talk about things going on in this, we're calling it the water room or the nutrient room. He said, it's the closest I've ever been to playing God. He said, if I want to turn up the pH a little bit, I turn up the pH, or if I want to turn down the calcium, I turn. And he's got, logs and logs and logs of what he did on what day. And he said, and the best part is, I predict ahead of time that if I make this one small adjustment, that this will happen to, let's say the THC level, and it does. So, he's just, it's just like playing God, how much light, how much nutrient, how little nutrient, how much water. So yeah, and everything is electronically controlled, computer controlled, but Danny just was amazed with the amount of connection or control he has of all the different inputs.
Yeah, and there's Eric. I don't think he's slept a wink in 2 years, and everything's wired. And everything's wired to his phone. And at one point in the conversation, he says, "pH goes down, my phone bings. Light goes out, my phone bings. If if anything happens in this building, my phone goes bing." And I think at one point I asked him if he's married to the building, and he didn't laugh. It was like,
no,
possibly.
we thought that was funny. That might bring it a little close to home.
Yeah. So this is, I guess. Now this room was very noisy. We'll see how much we can pull out. But this is us in the nutrients room.
Oh, I remember this room, but now this the irrigation room. Oh, tubs and tubs. Wire tuning.
There's no cannabis here, so I take pictures of it. Just looks cool.
Yep, I'll pull this one. Easier to see. Here's the cleaning tank.
Is that being aerated? Is that
aerated and constant circulation pumps going on.
So these are all nutrients. Every tub is a nutrient?
Yeah. This is room by room. So that's flower room 4, bedroom 3, also bedroom 3 with the mother room, or the mother plants, and that's mother room. And this is flower 5, pure water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now water's obviously filtered, or is it osmotic?
Filtered to zero. Yeah.
Filtered to zero.
Yeah.
And carbon filtered also, chlorine removed and all that.
You name it, yeah.
And it's not well water out here?
Well water, yeah. 200 foot fresh water well. Yeah.
So this is
great water quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes through sediment filter, softener, RO, UV, and deionization. So
there's no nutrients in that water whatsoever.
So that's the problem with our calcium and magnesium. Your town water, you gotta have to add CalMag, but since we're with zero water, we're pumping mag to it like crazy.
Because I'm growing basically carbon filtered and down to 1.
Sure.
And I'm growing with that.
Yeah, that would be fine.
And then maybe some nutrients when I get to the veg stage and when I get to the flower stage, I might add some nutrients to the water.
Yeah.
But then, like you say, last 3 weeks, just flush it.
Yeah. We run like we change every week, so here's our feed schedule here. So there's what we're running, like a 1.9 to 2.4 EC in deep flower. It goes down to 1.316, 0.911 in flush. We've been up to 2.6, 2.7 in some of our rooms just because they're loving it so much. And every batch we mix is recorded. Every nutrient we use is recorded. All their sheets that they come with, their quality assurance sheets are recorded. We know absolutely everything that's going in these plants from day one.
And that's for your understanding, not necessarily Health Canada.
A little bit of both. Health Canada also wants to see kind of total control of your loss, and more so for us to fine tune everything.
So when Health Canada does an inspection, do they send a civil servant out to look at it?
Yeah.
And are those guys educated to understand what you're doing, or are they just ticking boxes?
They're educated. They're looking for everything. Yeah, cleanliness, safety.
But they don't know really the science of growing cannabis.
Not really. No.
They're just technicians ticking boxes.
Yeah. Making sure you're safe and legal, basically.
Right.
Yeah. We're going through a CRA audit right now, so CRA is also involved in inventory, of course. So every 30 days is a full report to CRA and Health Canada.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Because why not be twice the paper?
Exactly. Yeah. And then they'll say, okay, give us all those again plus 80 more pages in your first 6 month operating. To
Thank God for computers.
totally. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty easier. It just automatically, as soon as it hits a sensor, so this one will drain. As soon as it gets there, it says make me another batch. It picks up its mixture, mixes it in that tank, tests it to make sure it's exactly what we want. Fill up that tank, and that tank just keeps going after until it's empty. Hit the sensor again, it'll make another batch.
So how many days?
We'll go through one of those a day.
One a day?
Yeah, 250 gallons of mixture between a day.
Thank God you got a well.
Can you imagine if you're in downtown paying for city water?
Yeah.
You got thousands of gallons a day.
And especially when you have to treat that city water to get.
Yeah.
So just by being in the middle of an agricultural area, you have decreased your front end.
Major with the water, the destruction of flower, destruction of cannabis being done by incineration is a huge saving as well. Yeah. Our land taxes are a lot lower too, being in agricultural production lands, I think. So we have pretty good benefits of being out here.
Startup expenses, but the actual running expenses are low.
Lower than other guys, yeah.
Yeah.
They're still not low by any means, but they're lower.
No, lower, yeah.
Everything monitors. Anything goes on with any of these nutrients in here, my phone dings. Well, this thing doesn't work, my phone dings. Temperature's up, my phone dings. The lights go out, my phone dings. Humidity goes up, my phone dings. The water drains, my phone dings.
So do you have a marriage certificate to this building?
It is official. Yeah. No, there's no way. Especially weekends, right? I don't have staff on the weekend, so I'm minimum 14, 16-hour days on the weekend to keep everything running. Weekdays, I finally get back to my office and the staff take care of everything, but it's busy.
Wow.
Two half days off for Christmas, 2 4-hour deer hunting sessions in November, and other than that, that's about it.
I've been complaining about. I picked up a contract that has me working full time.
He's still like working again.
I'm working for a living, and it's tough getting up at 4 in the morning.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Are you up north again? Or?
No, I'm doing a southern contract in Minnedosa, but it requires me to drive through the park, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, this is 21 days I've been doing this now, and it's like, it's a nice contract, I'm enjoying it, but geez, it's getting up in the morning and stuff.
Totally.
Retired guys.
Retreading. I'm not retired.
My dad retired for like 2 weeks and went and got his license to drive bus and drive his bus whenever he can.
Well, it's just now you do what you want to do, right?
Totally, yeah.
That's where I'm at.
That's the way to do it.
And this is sort of what you've done, except that it turned out to be 18 hours a day.
Totally. I knew it was coming. It's we'll get there. Give us another 6 months, 8 months, and things are settling in. And
Right.
It'll get easier.
Fantastic.
More staff do it. It'll be a lot easier. So. Yeah, so this room is pretty important, but it's basically all on auto drive, so everything's pretty much auto drive in this place. Once you're set up and running, it's just
Rock and roll.
Well, I was just gonna say, just to keep you awake, or the speakers plant related?
as loud as possible. In each grow room when you're going. They like reggae. They don't mind the odd bit of rap. Always reggae going in there.
Oh, I bet. Grateful Dead, reggae. Yeah. Well, I have toured many a brewery in my life, and distilleries, and now a cannabis plant. But one of the things brewers love to do, there's nothing fresher than a beer right out of the fermenter, and I have sampled beer directly from a fermenter before it's been bottled, right? So I don't know. I guess they'll catch up to beer eventually, right? They'll have to. I mean, this is still new, and I tend to be a little impatient with governments when they're being silly. I'd like them to speed it up so we can have Farmgate, so that Eric can sell his product right out of the building. Now he is. When we were there, that long weekend, they were harvesting Greencraft strain, their legacy crops. So they were going to harvest under their own brand.
Yeah. How about we won't mention any strains because we don't want to get it wrong. But if we've timed this right, when this comes out, you might be able to literally go to a cannabis store and buy some Greencraft branded stuff.
So it'll be branded Greencraft, and it's from a truly superior micro craft cannabis shop. This was a remarkable tour and very gracious of Eric to show us around. It was a remarkable tour, and I asked people to watch out for Dauphin, Manitoba's own Greencraft Cannabis.
Yeah, that was a great tour, Eric. Thank you very much. And like you said, if we've timed this right, maybe by the time this is done or shortly thereafter, you can go to your local cannabis shop and buy something by
I
Greencraft
would like
Cannabis.
to get Renee to find the Reggae Cowboys. It's a band I haven't heard them in years, and it just came to me. Well, Eric was talking about when they're harvesting, reggae's played in that building a lot. So I'm thinking, play something from the Reggae Cowboys, because he's a little bit of a cowboy, Manitoba cowboy.
No, it's a good vibe. It's a good vibe.
Thanks, Eric. And
Sure.
I'm looking forward to the fourth tour, and when we can actually see when he actually sees some stuff hanging and curing. Maybe we can help him. Maybe we can help him trim one day.
Well, I think he said that he would consider hiring you as a volunteer trimmer. So maybe we'll have to take him up on that.
Volunteer trimming. I can do that. All right, Trevor. This was a good one. It was a good tour. I hope the sound comes out. It was very tough transcript to transcribe. And let's see what kind of magic Renee has done.
Absolutely. It's been a good one, everybody, and we'll see everyone next time.
Thanks, guys. That was quite the amazing tour. I guess we should apologize once again for the quality of the audio, but when you get into the zone and you listen to it, you can really visualize what was going on and where it was going on, and that was fascinating. Thanks again. It's Renee here back at the studio, just going to wrap things up. We always play a song at the end of each episode, and as Kirk had requested, it's going to be by the Reggae Cowboys, and it's called Tell the Truth. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Like the show? Let us know. We're Reefer Madness on Instagram and Facebook, at Reefer Madness on Twitter, or head over to the website at reefermad.ca to find out what we're all about and what's coming up next. Talk to you later.
Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, yeah. The history of the Wild Wild West. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, yeah. The history of the Wild Wild West. He rode among the best in the Wild Wild West. Moving Some live by the law, some rode in to break it. Heroes and outlaws, legends and loaded. Cherokee Bill was feared by many, condemned by the time he was 20, running with the best, black legend of the West. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, yeah. The history of the Wild Wild West. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, yeah. The history of the Wild Wild West. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, yeah. The history of the Wild Wild West. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, yeah. The history of the Wild Wild West. Black history, black history. Is on that one horse jolly Bronco Boston Jesse Stall, Bulldog and Bill Pickett, Champion Roper, Deadwood Dick, down the Rocky Mountain Trail, Mary Fields, Delivered Mill, Marshall Dick, Schiffer, Lawman, Bowley, Oklahoma. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, yeah. The history of the Wild Wild West. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, yeah. The history of the Wild Wild West. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, yeah. The history of the Wild Wild West. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, yeah. The history of the Wild Wild West. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, yeah. The history of the Wild Wild West. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, yeah. The history of the Wild Wild West.
Thank you for the tour. Is there anything you want our audience to know about what we've just seen here?
Oh, just we're working hard to get you guys the absolute best flower that can come out of this place.
Perfect.
Yeah.